welcome to the shit show too. I swear to God, it's totally signed. You go 30 seconds. Like, okay, hey, I want to tell you about my life. I just sit here in amazement and go, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm just sitting here going, I should change it to 30 seconds till fuck up. Well, welcome to In the Hangar with Hornetfish. You're on a desert island with a hot babe. Food's good, beer's good, whiskey's good, everything's good except for there's nothing on the turntable. What are you putting on? Well, there you go. What an album that was. Jesus. So you're saying you had junk in the trunk? I had so much junk in my trunk.
Oh man!
Said they can't hear us. Well, too bad we don't get to hear your junk in the trunk story.
Nobody heard my junk.
Hold on, I think I got it fixed. I got it fixed. Why the hell does it do that? Okay. Well, anyways, let's start again here real quick.
No,
Eric said he had some junk in his trunk.
Yeah, Eric has junk in the trunk. We all know that. We're gonna move on from that story.
Oh, you guys were totally robbed. Oh man, last time this happened, Miss Bowman was going wackadoodle. It was just on. I was the only one who got to hear it. She was talking about how her and her friend, whatever, did the teacher.
Can you guys hear Miss Bowman and Eric?
Do the teacher.
We did do the teacher?
We didn't do the teacher.
She goes,
she pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah, she's like, I had the teacher. It's like, okay, you had the teacher. So did my friend.
All right. Well, first off, let's make sure that okay. Smile Money says they got me and Miss Bowman. Okay, so Eric, I mean, is your microphone up? And I guess that is because that's all of them. All right.
Hello.
Let me do a quick rundown in the chat room. We got Smile Money, and from across the pond, my buddy Paul Ellis. Thanks for joining us. It's real early in the morning there. I got Douglas Walther down here freezing his ass off in Florida with me. Got Jolson Gunwild.
Pussies.
Yeah, fuck off.
Freezing my nuts off at a balmy 67 degrees.
Right? No, it's not.
Holy!
It didn't get above 55 today, asshole.
Damn! Wow.
Yeah. And Black Dog just showed up in the chat room. Thanks. Again, yes, it was when I left the house. I actually got in my car, shut the garage door, looked at my phone. It said 38 degrees with a real feel of 26.
Wow.
And it didn't get up above 55 the entire day.
Well, you come over here, you have a real feel of some cack.
Some cack. Get a real feel of some cack.
I love how Jim's real casual. I got in my cab. What he really meant was an ice cube. I got my
Then
ice cube.
Eric sends me a text. You pussy. And I said, hey, it's Florida, not Muzzyland. So anything below 50 is fucking cold. Wait till you move here, asshole. I hope you move here and you're here about 5-10 years, and then the first time it gets below 50, I'm going to come to your house and smack you right in the face.
Just sit there and laugh at you. Cold, isn't it?
Fucking cold. And back to Going Nut. Thanks for coming.
Big Jeff says it's 64. Apparently he's freezing too out there in old Cali.
Yeah, right. See, that's cold for California. So Eric is busy picking pepperoni off his pizza. What? What did I miss? Because I quit watching the brew reviews. I ain't got time for that shit.
No, that was my big package picture. Cobra Burnout noticed in the background there was a pizza sitting on the counter, and I'm like, yeah, but we picked all the pepperonis off of it.
Oh, is that really? I was gonna say you're not on the vegan thing anymore, right?
No.
Anyway, tonight's show is you're stranded. You're the last person on Earth stranded on desert island. Whatever scenario you want to come up with. What are and you can only have five albums, CDs, MP3, whatever. I like album because I'm old and vinyl is God until you really hear it now after hearing it on a CD. It's like all you hear is in the background of the music, right?
Oh yeah, I mean the pops, the clicks, the dust.
Yeah, I mean that used to be like, oh, that was part of the being cool, but now I go, no, that fucking sucks. I don't want to hear it ever again.
Or you'd have the music cranked up upstairs, and I'd be downstairs in the basement working on something, and be like, I'm like, son of a bitch,
right?
By the time you get upstairs, the album is trash.
It's already fucked up.
Dead.
The memories.
Oh yeah. Oh, Douglas Walther actually. First thing he put in there was physical graffiti. Now I have my list, my top 5 with a bunch of honorable mentions, and just what I threw together real quick in the last day or so. Physical graffiti from Led Zeppelin is actually in my top 5. I think that is, to me, that is the quintessential Led Zeppelin, followed closely by Presence, which a lot of people don't know. But yeah,
I had Presence. I had everything.
I had them all up until Coda.
Like first release printing stuff. Like if I had it today, I'd be like I probably have the shit framed on a wall. Like right. Houses of the Holy, you could spin the dial and the people would change in the windows.
Yeah, in the windows on the album. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm a Led Zeppelin fanatic. Right now, I actually on my CD collection. Yes, I still have CDs. I don't listen to them anymore, but I actually my ex-wife for 1 year for Christmas bought me that big box set, which actually had some unreleased stuff on it that was only on 45s that I had growing up. So, yes, I remember 45s.
Yeah, the little plastic spinner.
The little plastic spinner, yeah, to snap it in the middle.
Snap-in ring, yep. There you go.
So
I'm not that old. Someone told me about that. I'm just kidding.
Fuck off. You're only 5 years younger. I was gonna say you're only 5 years younger than me. Oh, Christine, did you hear that?
No comment.
Thank you, Christine. So, and that's one of my. I'll go ahead and give my top 5, and then we'll go to Eric, and then we'll go to John, and then we'll go to the chat room if that's okay with y'all. My number 1 of all time, and that I can't live without, is the first Alive album from Kiss. That was my awakening. That was one of the albums that awakened me to rock. Fuck off, David Tans. I knew that was coming. Brokeback Mountain soundtrack. Oh, I know where that's going now.
You know, Iboma's got Adele 21 on his.
Whatever. But I got Kiss Alive. I got Thin Lizzy Jailbreak. Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti, AC/DC, Highway to Hell, and Rush, Chronicles, the 2-disc or record set, because that has everything on it that I love. Honorable mentions: 2112 from Rush, of course. Rust Never Sleeps, Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Night at the Opera, Queen.
I'm loving this because
you got those two. You got to see your list.
Queen.
Yeah. The Who's next? A lot of great songs on that album. That was actually the only Who I had for the longest time. Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. The Wall, Pink Floyd, of course. But Dark Side of the Moon before The Wall. That's my all-time favorite. Aerosmith rocks. First Van Halen. Master of Puppets, Metallica, Justice for All, Metallica, just to name a few. Okay, I don't want to get too far into it, but my top 5 is Alive, Kiss, Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy, Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin, Highway to Hell, AC/DC, and Rush Chronicles. I thought it was for the what? Smile Money Kiss followers and hair bands I thought was for the gay community. What the? Scott Mowry, Poco Loco, welcome to the chat room. Now Scott can go fuck off. He thought I would have included the Village People Share, Depeche Mode, Culture Club, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Relax, Scott. Don't do it. Yes, we're going to have musical puns and quips also. Right, said Fred for Jim. Yeah, because I'm too sexy. Yeah. Not listening to Streisand? Well, you spell Streisand like shit. Yeah, so I'm going to give you all shit. I can't look at that right now, David. God. Anyway, so John Solar, you had your list. Go ahead and let's give us yours.
Mine was Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti, and then I had Queen, Night at the Opera. I had April Wine. That's a fun album. April Wine, Harder, Faster.
Oh yeah, very good.
I had Santana, Supernatural, and then I had 7 albums. I had Rush, Chronicles, and I also had Aerosmith Live Bootleg.
Well, see, I was going to go with Live Bootleg, but I got to be honest, there's a couple songs on Rocks that aren't on Live Bootleg that I absolutely love. So, but Live Bootleg is my second favorite Aerosmith album of all time. I actually have that as the individual songs on my iPod, and then I downloaded the entire 2-record set as one and use that as what I call I have a concert playlist that's nothing but like live albums or concerts I've downloaded and put on my iPod.
Yeah, I had to do 7. I used 6. I don't think I was going to survive with 5.
Well, I did like Jim's, 5 and about 10 honorable mentions. But yeah.
Jim's like, I'm making up the rules. I'm doing 12.
That's right. It's my fucking show. So, is Miss Bomey wanting to play this game, or does she not want to?
Well, I have a really weird list.
No, it's not weird. One of my honorable mentions that I didn't mention was Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Yeah, so believe that.
Well, of course, I have to go with the Motley Crue's Greatest Hits because there isn't a song on there that I don't like. It's My Boys.
True.
Gee, I did not see that coming.
Did not see that coming.
Wow. Blindsided.
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
The other one that I like is Devil's Playground by Billy Idol.
Oh, fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And Johnny Lang, Lie to Me, his album.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I know a little bit of a Johnny Lang. Yeah.
And let's see. I'm going to say Bon Jovi because we don't like him anymore.
I'm not going to say Bon. I was wondering if he was going to be on there or not.
And Journey. What's the one that had all the songs on there?
Escape.
I forgot the name of the album.
Yeah, I think it was Escape.
Gee, I'm surprised you didn't say Saturday Night Fever.
No.
Wow.
Oh, Gunwild. Now, see, Gunwild just put. Or go ahead, Miss Mo. You got.
The last one was going to be Rob Zombie's Hillbilly Deluxe.
Oh, see, that's another.
yeah,
Oh, that's a really good one. Yeah, I like that too. Now, real quick before Eric does his, Gunwild put his in there. I don't want to lose it as the chat room scrolls down. Gunwild said Motley Crue Shout at the Devil, Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti, Kiss Alive, the Metallica Black album, and Ted Nugent's Double Live Gonzo. I agree with you on that. I should have put that on my
Cat Scratch Fever.
Oh, that whole. That's another one I do. I downloaded the entire two record set and kept it as like a concert, and then I have all the individual songs on my iPod also.
Ted Nugent's Cat Scratch Fever.
Double Live Gonzo. Double Live Gonzo is to me was quintessential Ted. I've seen him 3 or 4 times, and he puts that much energy even now into his shows.
It's hard to do 5 because you swear you're sitting back here and you're like going, you know what? That's a fun album. It's a fun album. I had a hard time doing 5.
Matter of fact, well, speaking of Kiss, real quick before we get to Eric, I think he's still writing down stuff. Kiss is doing their supposed final no shit. This is the end of it tour, and Jacksonville is the second to last stop on April 19th, and me and my buddy are going. He's supposed to be buying our tickets either today or tomorrow, I want to say.
Well, that'll be fun.
So, yeah. But, yeah, I've seen Kiss, 3-4 times. I saw the first supposed reunion tour. I saw them in 70. Actually, I thought it was 77. It was January of 78. It was the same tour, but it was January of 78. I've seen them in Cincy, seen them in Jacksonville, seen them in Virginia. So I'll see them.
Douglas wanted to know if it was with Ace.
I saw, 78 was with Ace, and the first reunion tour was with Ace. And I want to say it was Ace and Peter. Yeah, the $1,000 seats are. I actually looked online to see what seats were available. $1,000 a piece are first row in front of Gene's microphone stand, Paul's, and Tommy Thayer's microphone stand.
$1,000 for
$1,000 a seat for front row.
Wow, Jesus God!
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, no.
What happened to $20? What happened to $20?
Gunwild, I was in the service for 20 years. I was gone a lot, and they don't come to Jacksonville and Cincinnati a whole lot. They go all over California.
Yeah, it's like no one comes to Maine either. You don't get a chance to see a lot of stuff. So I wonder what. Let's see. I wonder what Eric's are going to be. I know the Backstreet Boys are going to be on there. That's for sure.
Backstreet's back all night.
Boys to Men. Boys to Men. Kenny G.
Now, just to be fun, I tried to go back and remember my five most played albums when I was in high school, when I actually had the albums, not just picking stuff I listen to the most now, but back then. And probably number one on the list is I was a huge Led Zeppelin fan, and I had them all, but I believe I probably listened to Houses of the Holy the most.
Okay.
Neil Young's Trans. It was a real... If you've heard any of the songs off of it, you know it's like nothing like Neil Young has ever done and has not done since then. Sample and Hold, and they were real tech, kind of techno, digital kind of stuff for an album. I am a huge Alan Parsons fan, and iRobot, which I just used on Jeff's on the for Gunwild. The Dark Side of the Moon was definitely something that got worn out. Eldo Nova with Fantasy, Eldo Nova's first album, Eldo Nova. Yep. And I want to give an honorable mention to Kansas with Drastic Measures had a guy with a Lars rocket or like a bazooka on the cover, and Fight Fire with Fire is still one of my favorite songs of all time from Kansas.
Man,
And
I don't think I've heard that in forever.
It never gets you'll never hear it on the radio. I don't know.
I was going to say I see now. I'm going to YouTube to find that. I guarantee you, I haven't heard that in 25, 30 years.
Shit.
Yeah, that's one of the that's an album song there. You won't even know it if you don't have the album.
Fire with Fire, Kansas. Yep, right there it is. I will download that now.
I didn't know I didn't even know they even had a music video for it.
That's the official video on their YouTube page, Kansas. So this is awesome. Yeah, thanks, Eric, because I hadn't thought of that in a while.
To me that was just one of my favorite of all times from them. Fight Fire with Fire just starts off with that dun, 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 dun. But Kansas it's like
I enjoy Kansas.
But yeah, I
remember now that I hear it, I remember this song. It's holy shit, it's been a long time.
Yeah, probably. I bet you I haven't. Well, I know I've played it since high school, but it's been a long damn time.
Scott's got a nice list. See, that's what's so hard is 5 is just this really messed up number because it's like as soon as you're done,
I made it because I wanted to make it. I was hoping anybody who wanted to play along with this would really make them scratch their head and go, okay, I got to really think about this. Again, I agree with you on Scott. Yes, Out and Over was a one-hit wonder, Gunwild, but Scott, your Blue Oyster Cult, Agents of Fortune, very good album. Bad Company, of course, very good, very good. Sex Pistols, never mind. I didn't get into the Sex Pistols or really listen to punk until I got older in the 80s. So Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, love Alice Cooper. That should have been on my honorable mentions was Alice Cooper's classics that have all of his early stuff from the early years, not Feed My Frankenstein and all that wasn't on it. It was all his original stuff like Elected, Hooray, Hello, Hooray, and School's Out, and $1 Billion Babies, and all that stuff. And Deep Purple, Machine Head. Oh, that's Deep Purple. That and Live in or Made in Japan or Live in Japan, whatever it was. And see, there's some more. Iron Maiden. I love. I mean, I have probably a metric shit ton of Iron Maiden on my iPod. I have damn near everything I can get my hands on.
That had to be hard for you because I can just imagine if you have to clear the iPod now, except for 5 albums.
Yeah, right.
That would suck ass.
As a matter of fact, I just listened today while I was at work. I had for like 2 hours or an hour and a half. The Flight 666. I downloaded the video and cut out all the talking and stuff, and just put the concert together, and made that one MP3. So I just listened to the entire concert straight, start to finish. And again, Iron Maiden. One of my all-time favorite Iron Maidens is Live After Death, their first live album. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner live just blew me away. Number of the Beast is great. My favorite of the early years was Killers. Because I actually was over in Italy, I want to say it was, and they had a CD of Killers, and it had a bonus CD in it, which actually had Made in Japan on it. And Dio, yes, Dio needs to be there. See, Dio when he was with Rainbow, Dio when he was with Sabbath, Dio when he was on his own. I loved Dio when he was in Sabbath. I thought it kicked ass. I had a lot of friends at the time that did not like that.
What was Jim? Do you remember the first CD you ever purchased?
I do.
Jesus.
Aerosmith Gems.
Which used to be called Rocks. It's the same
Yeah.
one. Yeah. But they had to change it politically correct to Gems because Rocks was, get your rocks off. Gunwild was at the Live After Death taping in Southern California.
What?
Oh, I hate you so much. I'm so jealous. So jealous.
Oh, you didn't listen to his shameless adventures into the rock world when he was on Christine's show.
Oh yeah,
So
you missed
know how
that
long
one.
ago that was? And I guarantee I was drunk. Small Money, Moody Blues, very good.
Yeah.
Johnny
What about-
Cash, like some Johnny Cash. Waylon Jennings, yeah. See, a lot of people don't. These young people with their country hick rap, whatever the fuck it is, they don't know who the fuck Waylon Jennings or Hank Williams
Oh,
Jr.
yeah.
is, or Kenny Rogers.
The old days back when Tanya Tucker was a little hottie and stuff.
Oh, Tanya was always a hottie back then. But I grew up on country. I didn't listen to rock and roll until say the mid '70s when I just started reaching into my teens. Kiss was what brought me to rock and roll.
I had a whole bunch of Hank Williams Jr. when he first came out, and he was kind of like taboo, even from the country scene.
Well, yeah. Some of that old country was great. I don't like what they have now at all. But
I hate what they got now.
But some of the old stuff, the Tanya Tucker, Loretta Lynn, Hank Snow, all that from back then when they each had their own identity. Now it just seems like it's like a mild poppy rock song with somebody going yow in it, and that's it. It's the country.
Or they do the rap, or what they call it, the hick hop.
Oh, I don't know.
Country rap, the hick hop, and I'm like, no, that's not music. That's crap.
They're just trying to jump on.
When I say I listen to country music, the Waylon and Willie and Chris Christopherson, that's what my fan. Charlie Daniels, back in the day. And who's it? Who was Brown Eyes Blue? Who sang that?
Why don't you turn my Brown Eyes Blue? That was hold on. She was actually a pop star.
But she did some country too.
Right. I can't say her name. Why can't I say her name? Starts with the R. Shit. Damn it.
Who's this? Oh, Brad. But I had that kind of stuff growing up. But come on, guys, stop.
What's her name? Oh, Gail. Crystal Gayle. That's it. Crystal Gayle.
Crystal Gayle. And then there was who was the woman that was in with the guys? She was in with Waylon and Willie. She was rough, but she sang her ass off. I can't remember her name to save my life either.
Before Reba McEntire.
Yeah, I liked Reba too. It was, but Reba wasn't with Waylon. She didn't hang out with Waylon. It was what was her name? Not Linda Ronstadt. What the fuck was her name?
That's what I was thinking. It was Linda Ronstadt for Brown Eyes Blue.
Well, Ronstadt did because her and Waylon were a couple or something there for a minute, but now that's going to bother me. But anyway, let's keep moving on. I'll try to remember it. Waylon Jennings, Jesse Coulter might have been who I'm thinking of. That was his wife.
The other band that I was huge. I know. I'm thinking back to buying albums. If I bought one album from a band and liked it, usually I bought everything that was available at that point in time. And Led Zeppelin, I had everything from Led Zeppelin, everything from Pink Floyd, and another one that still to this moment in time I constantly listen to is Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh yeah,
their old stuff, Cultosaurus erectus, Imagino. I mean, any of the old stuff, the new stuff, Revolution by Night. I mean, it's just. I think they actually might still be together performing somewhere, probably at Jeff's house right now as we
BOC?
speak. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the original band, but yeah, it might be.
Yeah, I remember Loretta Lynn. She was real popular back then too.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you had Loretta Lynn, you had the Dolly Parton, you had all those.
Yeah, you had Lynn Anderson, you had Tanya Tucker, you had Roseanne Cash, you had Loretta Lynn. That was back when that girl was real popular. That racing lady, was it Sherry Muldowney or whatever?
Shirley Muldowney. I have her U.S. Navy Blue Angels dragster in 1/24 scale in a box in the other room.
Yeah, she was a badass. I'll tell you what, that was one badass chick.
How about most the coolest album or whatever? Like off the top of my head, like Houses of the Holy had the spinny thing. I had like the first release of Aqualung from Jethro Tull, and it was like a book. And I think I paid like $50-something for it. And a friend of mine, I tried to sell it to a friend of mine, and he passed on it. And like 2 years later, he found it in a used bookstore. It was $120. Probably the coolest one that I can remember having was Burning Down the House from the Talking Heads, and it was a transparent album.
Oh, that's right.
See, I never bought any Talking Heads. But, I mean, I listened to them, but I never bought it.
The only one I had was that, and to be honest, I don't remember if I liked anything but Burning Down the House.
Well, Burning Down the House was actually a cover, and so was Take Me to the River. Poco Loco says, soundtrack to Dazed and Confused, even more Dazed and Confused. I have both those soundtracks, as a matter of fact. Soundtrack to American Graffiti, Korn, Follow the Leader, Talking Heads, Speaking in Tongues, and Economum, a tribute to Led Zeppelin.
Didn't Alice Cooper have didn't that one of his, wasn't that like a desk or something like that? That was a pretty cool one, I thought. Wait a minute, yeah, that's it, yeah. That was Alice Cooper, wasn't it? Who had the kid's desk where it was all like written on, and you lift up the top of the cover, it's like opening the desk?
I don't remember.
I have no recollection of those.
I want to say that was it
School's Out?
$1 Billion Babies had was like a snakeskin, I thought.
I think it was School's Out that was. It was like it was like a picture looking down at a kid's desk where you would lift up the lid, and that was like lifting up the top of the album cover, and then you saw all the crap inside the desk.
I don't remember. I don't think I had that one.
No, it's gonna drive me nuts.
See, now you gotta look.
Yeah, okay, look it up. The original. See, the original.
Talk about gay. Sticky Fingers. The Rolling Stones' Sticky Fingers had a zipper on it.
Yeah.
I remember that. Paul Ellis is a man after my own heart. Look at that. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous, which it was a toss-up for me on my Jailbreak was the album that took me to Thin Lizzy, but Live and Dangerous is phenomenal. AC/DC Highway to Hell, which is on my list. Queen, Sheer Heart Attack. Stop Making Sense, The Talking Heads, and Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd. Yeah, there's another one. Poco Loco says it was School's Out. Was that an album, or was that when it was released as a single? I can't remember.
No, it was an album. Yeah, it
Hilly stuff.
It looked like it was like all the wood grain and all that from a kid's desk.
Yeah, and I remember seeing it. I just never bought it. I Tilly, stop. Do you gotta go potty?
One of these days, I hope she answers you. Yes, asshole.
I know, right?
Let them talk about the Wookiee and take me out to go pee.
Yes, here. Let them look at the crooked everything in the Wookiee. I'm gonna let you out because I said you late. That's my fault. Yes, I know.
Oh man, he stands up now. Now everything's fucking crooked. Oh Jesus.
now that he's out of the way, you're like,
yeah.
They fix the blinds.
No, of course he doesn't. He fucking lived. He lived for that shit. He does. Although the Wookiee looks pretty worn out. Looks like it's on its knees going, please, somebody, let me out of here. I've been crawling to that window forever. Oh, my heavens.
Yeah, there was quite a few albums over time that had some bizarre cover art. Like I said, I mentioned Houses of the Holy with the, I don't know if they're supposed to be the girls crawling up the rocks and what else off the top of my head? It's been a long time. Hotel California, that had a pretty decent cover art on it. Probably anything from the Grateful Dead. If you had albums from the Beatles, did you have to look for secret messages in the pictures?
No.
That whole play the album backwards and
no.
Listen to.
I remember busting out laughing once I was looking at my dad's collection, and this is no joke either. I swear to God, there is like this guy named Dick Black who plays accordion and polka shit like that. I remember I was going through some of the albums, like, what is this? And it said right on it, A Taste of Dick Black.
A Taste of Dick Black.
I remember that. I remember busting out laughing. I'm going, what the hell is this? Oh my God. I always thought that Black Sabbath one was pretty weird. I always thought it was a weird. It has like a baby devil on it. I thought that was.
Oh, that was what was
lousy
that?
cover.
That wasn't. Was it Mob Rules? No.
No.
You're talking about the one earlier than that. You're talking about Ozzy, with when Ozzy was in Black Sabbath.
Yeah, it looked like two 4-year-olds went at it with a couple crayons. I was like, God damn, you're Black Sabbath. That's the best you can come up with.
Van Halen's 1984 with the child angel smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, but at least that was something. The Black Sabbath one I'm talking about, it really sucked. It just was like, you were like, what the fuck? You didn't even try.
Anyway.
I'd like an opportunity right about now to venture through my album collection and see what I actually had. I'm sure it'd look something like, oh man, I completely forgot I had this one.
Which one?
That's just it. I don't know.
You're a dickhead, dude.
They're all gone.
What the was from your neck of the woods there? Oh, Prince. He had Prince. a pretty stupid looking album. I remember my sister had that one. It was just like him standing there with his ass hanging out. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's Prince. I was like, what the fuck?
He had quite a few, and after his death, when they started going through his stuff, they found enough material to, I think, release an album a year for like the next decade or something. That many songs already done.
Wow.
And archived in his system that he never put on vinyl, on CD, on anything.
I remember Ted Nugent had a really stupid looking one too of him wearing a loincloth.
Oh, well, he had a handful like that.
Well, it was like his hands were it was really shitty. It was very poorly done. He was trying to make his hands look like guitars or whatever, and it was just standing there looking. It looked so half-assed.
Welcome to Mike Gillian in the chat room. And a whole lot of good albums coming out here. Born Again with Ian Gilliam is the one you're talking about, John, is what Scott's saying.
There you go, John.
Okay. A Taste of Dick Black.
What was it? Hold on. What?
Show it again.
He's got a squeeze
That's
box.
that's the album. My dad.
He's got a squeeze box because Mama plays it on her chest.
I'm telling you, when you're sitting there going through your dad's stuff and you come across that one, and you're like, I just busted out laughing. I was like, what the hell?
A Taste of Dick Black. By the way, in case you're wondering, I don't know if this is number 40 or number 1. The 40 worst album covers ever created.
Oh, really?
Oh, here's a Slavatana Gore something chick. My lips are for blowing.
Oh, I can't. I gotta click on it. Wow! Oh, she's playing a flute.
And she's playing a flute,
and it's a flute too. That's just fucking. That's just rich.
My lips are for blowing.
Oh, mm-hmm. Do these people even think?
All right.
Taste of Dick Black.
Stare at the Wookiee again.
Black Sabbath, Born Again with a Satan baby.
That's the one. Yes, that's the one. That's. It looks like. Doesn't it look like a little kid made the crayon picture or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that one looked like a real half-ass friggin' thing. I remember Ted Nugent had one too, where it didn't even look like his arms were really guitars.
Freddie Cage, All My Friends Are Dead.
Okay.
Kevin Rowland, My Beauty, and he's standing there, looks like he's wearing a thong and a robe around him, which is drooped onto his arms so you can see all of his skinniness. Some of these worst album covers ever are more about the picture and not about what it says on it. Vanilla Ice had one where he's leaning up against a crotch rocket from this. It's like a late 80s. The Bee Gees are all Life in a Tin Can was the album, and the Bee Gees are all peeking at you through one of those when you take the old style cans where you actually peel the pull top off, and they're all looking at you through the pull top.
Oh my God! Wow. I remember that album. Holy shit! Oh, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh, oops. Hey, 11 brothers and sisters. So I mean, come on.
So everybody listening, John Solar likes the Bee Gees.
No, I remember that. I remember my family's from radio, and I had 11 brothers and sisters. So by default, I got to see a lot of albums.
Oh my God! I wish sometimes this was video. The group was called the Faith Tones. Jesus, use me. And there's the 3 girls that want Jesus to use them.
Oh my God, that's some big hair, dude. That's 60s big hair if I've ever seen.
Oh, the one on the far side looked like Drew Carey.
Oh yeah, I mean they all look like they might have some kind of a problem.
Nobody was old enough to enjoy the Beatles. Bullshit.
Everyone was old enough.
I still enjoy the Beatles.
It was hard. It was hard to pick 5 albums. I mean, the Beatles had lots of songs, but I didn't have an album by the Beatles that I just like was drawn to and listened to over and over and over again. They had songs.
Yeah, I'd never.
John, is this the one, John?
Yeah,
oh yes, that's that stupid album. Yes, I had a sister who had that dumbass.
Prince's Sexuality. And he's wearing, looks like just a suit coat jacket, and his ass is hanging out.
With his fucking pants down around his fucking thighs. Yeah.
See, he's the one that started it. I'm sorry if someone in this group is listening to this and you don't own a belt, that's your problem. I watch these kids walking around, and it's like they can't walk more than 2 or 3 feet without having to pull their pants up.
Yeah. Pitch your pants up. And if they walk faster than a fucking crawl, they gotta hold this some bitch. But Gunwild, Jeff said Alice in Chains album with the 3-legged dog on it. Which that was
Oh
kind
yeah,
of an odd album.
that was a weird freaking. The mamas and the papas, Mike says. I always thought those were just kind of plain.
Well, there was some guy named.
No, he's still just calling off bands though.
There was some guy named Patty Roberts that put out an album called "Songs for Gay Dogs."
Oh God! Is the show over yet?
This one's pretty tasteless. Is there a Millie Jackson in the Jackson family?
Not that I know of.
Well, the album was called Millie Jackson Back to the, and it's actually blurted or blanked out on the album cover. And she's got her pants at her ankles taking a shit.
What the hell do you? Oh my word! Okay, well,
that's reasonably disgusting.
Okay.
And you know, somewhere someone went, okay, I got an idea. What? Drop your drawers and take a dump. I'll shoot a picture. We'll put it on the
album. There was a group called the Ministers Quartet that put out an album called Let Me Touch Him.
Oh wow! Jeremiah must
be a Catholic album.
That was Three Dog Nights, my money. 3 Dog Night. I like 3 Dog Night. They were good.
Actually, yeah, I actually have their greatest hits on my iPod somewhere, or on my iTunes. I don't know if I have it on this iPod. It was on my old iPod that crashed.
Anybody ever heard of the Orleans?
Yes,
yeah, the Orleans.
You're Still the One. They did the song "Still the One."
Well, evidently they were really close friends. Because on the album cover,
they're all naked.
They're all naked, holding each other.
Well, they're topless. We don't know if they're completely naked.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yes, good one, Gunwald.
Oh, good one. Thanks for fucking reminding us, Gunwald. Shit. God damn. Oh, we do. We have the Glock backplate from Millspin. See, I can say it without having to think about it, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know what you have on your mind. We have the I want to say it's the black with the brass with the black Durcut. Yes, that's Scream Dream from Ted Nugent. That's him in a loincloth. Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Actually, that was like that came out right after Double Act Gonzo.
Can you read that?
No, because I turned your screen off here.
Funky honky. Oh my word!
Oh no, yeah, we're not going to finish that on air.
Yeah.
I won't read it all.
No, just don't.
Richard and Willie, and he's got puppets. One is the funky hunky, and the other is the nasty something.
Both start with an N.
Oh man. Oh man.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're gonna do the giveaway now. What was it we were going to do? I forgot how we were going to do this. We talked about it before the show.
Oh, you can do whatever you want. I might. I can't give you any hints. You're on your own on this. You're your own grown man.
Oh, fuck off, dickhead.
Well, do you want to just? Well, here you have options.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember what the hell I
you had brass. Yours was brass.
Yeah, I had the brass, right? Brass with the black Cerakote, and so hashtag be like Eds.
It's the one that I got from my G20. So when you hold it, it's black, but in gold is hashtag be like Ed.
Fuck! Now I forgot how the hell I was going to do this. Give me just half a second.
Okay, we talked about how Ed was so selfless, and Ed would agree that putting it on Justin's
phone. Yes. You got that up, John?
I'll have it up in 10 seconds.
Okay. So here's the giveaway for everybody that's listening live. Now, if you're on podcast and listening to it after the show's over, sorry about your damn luck. But the backplate is for a Glock. It'll fit pretty much any full-size Glock. I can tell you right now, it will not fit the 42 or the 43. They're single stacks. But any of the double stack Glocks from subcompact all the way up to full size. It'll fit. I do believe. So it's the brass with the black Cerakote, and the letters #BeLikeEd are going to be the brass color, the gold color. So the first person that is listening who wants to win the Glock backplate, the first person to donate $20 to Justin's Final Mission and put in your donation is for the backplate and #BeLikeEd will win it.
And I am on Justin's Final Mission right now. Jim, here, I'm going to pop that in real fast. I'm going to take the, okay, here we go. I'm going to drop the.
Yeah, I'm trying to find I don't have, where's my link? I can't find my link.
I'm putting it, yeah, I'm just, same thing for me. Here you go. I got it in right now.
Okay, I'm trying to find my link. I had to open up Internet Explorer to get freaking Hangouts to work.
So I have the link in there for anyone who's where the link's in there.
Links in the chat room.
And Joey, I see where you're going with this, but too bad.
Hey Joey, fuck off.
So Smile Money, they do listen to you.
What?
Smile Money.
What did he say?
No, Smile Money was the one that put out the suggestion that maybe a donation to Justin would be in order.
Yes. Oh, I'm
just giving credit where credit is due.
I lost what you were saying. Sorry. So, okay, I have the fundraiser up also. It is activeheroes.org, and you just go to the Justin's Final Mission fundraiser. That's on the page. So, for like I said, first person to donate $20, and make sure you put in there the #Final Mission and in memory of Ed.
So while we're waiting, what was your least favorite album cover of all time, Jim? Which one do you think just kind of like, you're like, oh, really? Seriously, you couldn't freaking try? I mean, you can pay.
Well, there's been a couple. There was one. What was it?
Beatles' White Album?
No, you're such a dumbass. Yeah, Metallica Black Album.
Yeah.
Both those instances it worked.
Right?
Yeah, that's all you got.
I gotta be honest. The one that confused the fucking shit out of me, because I didn't understand what the hell was going on, was when it first came out. Probably because I was drunk and or stoned all the time. Was Rolling Stones' "Some Girls." Loved the album. It's awesome, great music on it. But the cover was like, I'd sit there and try to figure out what the hell they were trying to do with it, and I was like, "Fuck it." And and what was the Rolling Stones one with the birthday cake? That one was kind of goofy too.
Now there was also one that I remember that all it was a dead fish, and someone shoved
Smile Money donated.
Shoved a tuning fork in the fish's mouth.
Oh, that was
REO Speedwagon, wasn't it?
REO, yeah. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish, or you can tune a fish, but you can't tune it, or something. Like
you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Yeah. So Smile Money donated $20.
Yeah.
I just refreshed and saw it. He's first one up. So Smile Money, you are the winner. Thank you, sir, for your donation, and thank anybody else who donates. Again, don't forget we have the Snowflake motor going on with the PSA pistol in there. That I want to thank Alana and Kenyon, the Chambers. I want to thank them for putting that in there, and what we're going to do with the next two Snowflake motors. She's directly responsible with, and being very generous with what they're doing. And He didn't buy it. He donated to a good cause. Poco Loco. Quit being a hooker. But yeah, I want to thank them a lot. Oh, and John Solar, you need to. I don't know if they're listening, but if
I've already sent several messages saying do so
I
now.
still don't have their information, so I can't get this shipped out yet. So, and I gotta contact. I was hoping Mr. Holzer be in here. I need to get him. I need to talk to him and get this money to him. So, but we still got a few more minutes. Again, congratulations there, Smile Money. Thank you, I should say, is a better thing for Smile Money for that. Again, don't forget Snowflake Motor. Don't forget Justin's final mission. The girls build is still in work. Don't just because we haven't said a whole lot about it, and I can't show it yet because we haven't. It's not completed yet. So, and there is. Hopefully, he's going to be working on that this weekend, and I want to say next weekend we got a gun show, so we gotta try to get this thing done as soon as possible. He's been swamped over there with all kinds of people trying to get their hunting stuff done at the last minute, and so of course everybody waits. Oh, I need it in 2 weeks. Well, you ain't going to get it in 2 weeks, and I ain't guaranteeing it if you take it in 2 weeks. So,
I just realized, Jim. Since Smile Money was involved and how we did that, it was rigged.
Oh yeah, because that was his idea, right?
Yeah, totally rigged. Smile Money, rigged.
Well, it was a suggestion in a brew review, and I obviously took it to heart. So, I mean, I think you had to watch tonight's brew review to see a response to that. So if he watched the whole brew review already and realized that I was onto it, and he had the whole fundraiser already queued up, more power to him.
Well, he said I won and I was slow. Well, here, let me quote him. I was slow as shit. So Gunwild says now he needs to buy a Glock to put it on. Actually, I was actually watching. I always watch auctions on the proxy bid, and there was this one auction that said they had 0 internet premium. I'm like, no. So I started watching all kinds of shit, and the first thing that came when I went to look at their list of firearms, first thing to pop up was a Glock 20. I was like, well, it's fate. So I clicked off like 15 or 20. Most of them Smith & Wessons, but some other ones I just noticed as I was scrolling through. And then I go to look today. That was 2 days ago. And then I go to look today, and I went, oh, somebody bid on it. Let's see. And I open it up, and it says internet premium 21%. I went, what the fuck, you assholes?
Yeah.
So I deleted. I just removed that whole auction off my watch list. I'm like, good thing I didn't place any bids on it. You would fucking bait and switch assholes.
That's bullshit.
21%. That's wow.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Anything over 18. I don't even consider it. And you got to watch this. Like with me, I found out I got to watch these guys. They might put 12% internet premium. Then you go into terms, you see what the terms are, like their shipping prices and all that. They'll say 12% internet premium plus 7.7% state, tax. I'm like, oh, well, that makes it, 20-something percent. Fuck off. Or 19 or whatever, Like one guy, they were at 20% plus like 8% fucking sales tax. I'm like, Jesus. A $100 fucking gun just cost you $130, for example. And then you got to pay shipping and transfer on top of so that's getting close to a $200 gun.
Now, Poco Loco. Oh, go ahead.
Poco Loco wants to know what's the best auction places for a newbie.
Here, hold on. I use this. I use Proxy Bid because you set up on there and you can put you got to put a credit card on and all that stuff. But just there, I just put the link in there. That's the one I use because I don't like Gun Broker. I don't like Guns America. I don't like all these other ones because to me, Gunbroker it's not an auction. At least most of them aren't. But when every time somebody tells me, well, Gunbroker, they're going for $700. Yeah, sure, they're going for $700. Is there any bids on it? How many have sold at that price? What condition is it in? You know, fuck off. I don't want to hear. I hate gun shows. When I work gun shows with Florida Customs, that's the worst. I hate that the most. Oh, and I see them on Gunbroker all the time for $1,000. Well, then fucking put it on Gunbroker.
I take it once you're into this, you have to like look at the subcategories to find out what's in there.
What do you mean? Hold on, let me bring up that page.
Well, like I clicked on your link and I clicked on firearms and military, and then it's like there's a picture, like for instance, of a revolver with a scope on it. It says 250 plus firearms, 90 plus pocket knives.
Hold on, I'm not logged in, so no. Scroll down. Are you just looking at the little? What are you looking at? You're in firearms and military artifacts, right? That's what you clicked on.
Yeah.
All right. Now scroll down, and you see today's events, and then you see tomorrow's events, and so on and so forth.
This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and then you just look. How did you get there?
Sorry, I clicked on one of these.
Right. You click on. Okay, click on. Just click on that one. All right, now stop.
Ooh, a Colt Delta Elite for only 4,000.
And that's the what? I can't read it. It's opening bid.
Opening bid, and bid is now at 4,500.
No, opening bid's 4,500. Nobody's bid on it. It'll have a first initial.
Okay.
Star last initial. Like if I bid on it, you see H. That star R. Now look, where right above that it says catalog and terms of sale.
Mm-hmm.
Click terms of sale. See, it's 21.5%. But if you pay by cash, you set up with them ahead of time and send them a check or a cashier's check or whatever. Mm-hmm. However they want to do it, it goes down to 18%.
Oof! What a deal. Yeah.
Well, again, 18 is about like I said, is the highest our go. I don't like right now. I'm watching a couple auctions that are 10 and 12%. So, yeah, anything I click on it, and as long as it says start bidding, if it just says preview event, don't look at it because there's not going to be anything in there. But it's free to log in. They don't blast you with fucking spam and all that shit. So. I make an account so it's easy. You get a little bit more thing. You can do a little bit more things and then you can also watch items. If you're not logged in, you can't watch items to see what they go for or see how much what they are.
You guys are talking about doing auctions, and these guys are in here talking about butt plugs.
Yeah, they're Glock butt plugs with a Batman logo.
I like to put a butt plug in every one of mine.
I'm not touching it.
You leave the chat room. Leave the chat room for a second to look at an auction, and look what happens.
Right, and look what happens.
Yeah, you come back and go, "What did I?"
It's just Joey in there going, "Butt plug."
Oh, here we go. Freezing temperatures for inland areas tonight. Where I work, 28 to 32.
Wow, now that actually is cold.
Yeah. But out toward now, that's like I said, that cuts about Duval County in half where I live, which is Jacksonville. Duval County is the Jacksonville city limits. But you can see the sea breeze is going to keep the temperatures from 33 to 39 most of the county. But we're on the west side.
That's funny. You're gonna actually be colder. We're having a warm up here right now. It's gonna be up in the high 20s. So you're gonna actually be it's gonna hit 31 to 34 degrees. So you're gonna actually be colder than us, Jim. That's crazy.
Well, I told you, it's fucking cold down here.
Now Monday they're saying we're gonna have an incredible day. According to them, Monday it's gonna be 44 degrees and sunny. Time to work outside around the house.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's back up into like the 70s and 80s by Friday. Which I have weather by Sybil at this time of the year. Anyway, look, it is after I'm on overtime now, so and I have to get to work tomorrow. Break out the tire chains, Jim. Yeah, I need them in the sand. Yeah. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody that came in the chat room, and fuck Dewey Cuz. I want to thank Poco Loco Gun Wild. Again, I want congrats and thank you, Small Money, for the donation.
Yes, thank you.
Scott, Christopher James, fuck that guy too. Tactical Wingnut, Mike Gillihan. I do remember Douglas was in there. I remember seeing his name in there. See Paul Ellis over across the pond listening, being up way early in the morning to listen to the show. Thank you very much, sir. Gun Wild One, I think I already said. I'm not sure. And I saw Black Dog in here earlier, Joelson. And it's the cack in the shitter. With that, this is Corner Fixer and In the Hangar. Thanks again to everybody. Thanks for having to listen to Locked and Loaded Friday night and Miss Bomey's on Saturday. Don't forget about Snowflake Melter and Justin's final mission.
2 more backplates to go.
You got 2 more backplates, one Friday, one Saturday. So tune into their shows too, guys. That John Solar, hit the fucking button.